What is up, YouTube? And welcome back to another sports betting episode with Leslie Johnson here in the locker room. Guys, we have so much for you here today in today's video. And we're going to get started in just 1 second. But before we do, as I always mention, hit the notification bell and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my parlays here on the channel. And before we get started, let's do a quick recap of my last video and the parlays that I gave just to see how we did on the day. And once again, to stay transparent here on the channel. So in my last video, I gave you 3 parlays. We did go 1 and 2 on the day. Unfortunately, there was a lot of twists and turns, especially if you were watching the games yesterday, the Patriots game against the Bills. A lot of twists and turns, but nonetheless, we're going to dial back in today. We have so much for you, and we're going to get started just right after this intro. And welcome back. Once again, I'm Leslie Johnson. If you're enjoying everything you're seeing here on the channel, smash the like button down below. Drop me a comment in the comment section as well. If you haven't already, also follow us on Instagram. That's also where I give picks and parlays on days I'm unable to put out a video for you here on the channel. I go there to give you my best picks for the day. I also give you a little bit of a countdown as to when my next video is coming out here on the channel as well. So do follow us on Instagram. And guys, we have so much for you here today. As I always mention in each and every video, always do your due diligence before telling my parlays. All right, so let's dive into my best picks and best parlays for today. And guys, it's Monday Night Football. Grab your chicken wings, grab your popcorn. Let's get started. Let's jump into the first parlay. I have Christian, better known as CMC, score a touchdown anytime here today. He's done this 4 out of his last 5 games. And some of those games, he had multiple touchdowns as well. So I'm confident he should be able to do it for us here today. Now, it's best to note that he's not 100% in today's game. He's going to be playing at about 70%, 80%. But even at that rate, he still can get the job done for us here today, okay? All right, also on this parlay, I do have the match not to go into overtime. I have over 0.5 field goals in this game here today. I have under 37.5 points scored in the first half by both teams combined. And then I have over 9.5 points for the Minnesota Vikings in this game, okay? So that's what I have on my first parlays. Also best to take note, guys, there's a lot of injuries here today. So if things change before this video reaches you, just take note of the injuries before placing your bets, all right? All right, so diving into my second parlay of the day, and guys, I'm gonna go with Cameron Bynum to give us over 7.5 tackles and assists in his game later on today. Now, if you look back to how he's been playing this season, he's crushed this line in almost each of his games he's played this season. Just focusing just on his tackles alone. In his last game, he had 9 tackles. Previous to that, he had 8 tackles, then 12, 6, and 15. And that's just his tackles alone. So I'm confident that he should be able to crush this line for us here today. Also have Brandon on this parlay as well to give us 50 or more receiving yards in his game later on today. He's done this 4 out of his last 5 games. And guys, he's going to be that go-to guy, especially with all the injuries that we have here today, especially with CMC playing at about 80%. Debo's out, and we're going against the Vikings, who are the 4th most team in giving away yardage to wide receivers. So I'm confident that he should be able to surpass 50 or more yards here today, all right? So this is what I have for my second parlay. All the best if you're tailing with me. All right, so diving into my third and final parlay. And guys, before we get into it, I'm gonna ask Tobias to come out here and do his dance for us, just to give us some motivation and also to give us some good luck going into the third and final parlay. And so for the third and final parlay, I have the 49ers to score in both halves of the game. I also have KJ Osborne to get over 3.5 receptions in his game later on today as well. And then finally, I have Kirk Cousins to give us 20 or more passing completions. Guys, this is what I have for you for today. All the best if you're tailing with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.